This right here is the OnePlus 9RT, one of OnePlus's best flagship killer devices, or the budget flagship, or whatever you want to call it. But at 43,000, this is a premium OnePlus device that is honestly a very good phone for the major part. But you know what else you can get from the house of OnePlus at around the same price? OnePlus 10R, the 150 watt variant, which does not quite feel like a OnePlus device to me. Why? Well, that's what this video is all about. This is Warren from GTR and you're watching my in-depth comparison of the OnePlus 10R with the OnePlus 9RT to figure out which device makes more sense for you. Let's get started. Alright, so first off, let's start by talking about the design. And clearly, I mean, you do not need me to tell you which device looks more premium here. I mean, the 9RT is a premium device through and through. The hacker black, or I mean, that's the official name, but the matte black finish here is really, really good. And obviously, like the curved edges, everything about this feels like a OnePlus device. It just looks very premium and feels very premium. On the other hand, we have the OnePlus 10R that genuinely feels like, well, a budget device priced higher. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad form factor, and obviously design is subjective, but come on, when it comes to premiumness, the 9RT is much better. Now, of course, if you're a fan of flat edges, you will like the 10R. One more thing to highlight is, well, you have the front camera in the center on the OnePlus 10R, whereas on the 9RT it's on the top left corner, which is a personal preference. Once again, in-hand feel is, well, I find the 9R to be a bit better in my hand. Obviously the 10R is lighter, so if just the lightweight is your preference, then yes, 10R is good. But yeah, I mean, as a whole, in terms of design, the 9RT just feels like a polished premium device that manages to justify its price tag. I mean, sure, the 10R definitely has features for its price tag, but design is not one of them. Now, another thing that I want to highlight about the OnePlus 10R is that this is a 44,000 device that does not come with an alert slider. The alert slider is one of the key things about a OnePlus device, so yeah, I mean, this just does not feel right to me. Now, in terms of protection, you get Gorilla Glass 5 protection both on front and back. However, there is no official IP rating on either of them. As far as the haptic feedback is concerned, the 9RT is excellent, while the 10R is, well, a little bit subpar. Alright, so moving along, let's talk about the displays. And for the most part, they are pretty much the same. I mean, the 10R has a slightly bigger display, but that's about it. They both pack in a 120Hz fluid AMOLED panel with HDR10 Plus certification. Now, the word certification is an important point because while they both have that certification, the 9RT actually supports HDR inside Netflix. On the other hand, the 10R does not support HDR inside Netflix, and more importantly, Netflix is not even officially available on this device right now. You have to sideload it using an APK. It's not available officially. Now, I understand that's not OnePlus's fault. That is a limitation of the MediaTek Dimensity 8100. So let's talk about the performance only. Alright, so in terms of specifications, the OnePlus 9RT comes with a Snapdragon 888 processor with UFS 3.1, while the OnePlus 10R comes with the Dimensity 8100 processor with UFS 3.1. Now the benchmarks are on your screen, and for the most part, the 10R definitely manages to outperform the 9RT. And more importantly, the 10R is exhibiting all of those numbers while staying cooler than the 9RT. So that is also an important point to keep in mind. As far as day-to-day usage is concerned, well, they are both flagship devices, no complaints on either. As far as heating goes, 10R is cooler in comparison. It's not to say that the 10R does not heat up, but obviously it's cooler in comparison to the 888, which has already been established as a very hot chipset. In fact, more on that here on this deep dive video that we did recently. Now, as far as gaming performance is concerned, obviously with the 9RT you can play games at the highest settings possible. On the 10R, theoretically that should be possible. However, at the moment those settings are locked on the 10R simply because BGMI does not recognize the Dimensity 8100 processor. Again, not OnePlus's fault. MediaTek will be fixing it. When that fixes comes, is anybody's guess. Now, of course, the performance is aided by the software department as well. And while you get Oxygen OS on both, the 9RT comes with Oxygen OS 11 based on Android 11, while the 10R comes with the new Oxygen OS 12 that is based on Android 12. Now, of course, there aren't a lot of differences, but even those slight differences does make the 10R's user experience much better. Adding on to the factor that the 9RT has a lot of bugs that I highlighted in my long-term review of the 9RT, so there's that as well. But that's not the point that I want to stress here. The point that I want to focus, yes, the 10R is a modern phone, so it's nice to see that OnePlus is rolling it out with the latest version. With that being said, it's been a while since the 9RT has been launched. There is still no Android 12 update for it. Forget the Android 12 update, they still haven't fixed the issues on the Android 11 version. So that tells you a lot about the software experience or the track record of OnePlus in terms of software department. I mean, they used to be like the best software experience in the Android world. And just look at them right now. I mean, it's basically ColorOS with a little bit of touch-ups here and there, less bloatware. So good part on OnePlus for that. And that's about it. I mean, the update schedule is tremendously fucked up. Alright, so next up, let's talk about the cameras. And once again, for the major part, they are quite comparable apart from the ultra-wide sensors. So you get the same 50MP OIS sensor on both the devices, along with the 2MP macro sensor and a 16MP selfie shooter. The 9RT has a 16MP ultra-wide sensor, while the 10R has a 8MP ultra-wide sensor. Now, as far as the camera performance goes, in daylight performance, interestingly, there's not a lot to separate them. I mean, as far as the standard daylight shots go. However, in terms of HDR performance, 9RT is clearly ahead of the 10R. The 9RT also has a bit more realistic shots. On the other hand, the OnePlus 10R tends to brighten the image a bit. Now, personally, I like that since it gives me more headroom for editing. And also, it's not like the super bright or overexposed or anything. But again, that's more of a personal preference. On the other hand, as far as the colors go, the 10R definitely saturates the images. Now, it's not oversaturated per se, but clearly noticeable in comparison to the 9RT. Moving on to selfies, that is one area where the 10R definitely performs better. Of course, there is a lot of software over-sharpening going on, but it's still better than what the 9RT is producing, which is quite soft. As far as the edge detection and portrait mode is concerned, that's the same across the board. As for low light shots, without the night mode, interestingly, the 10R does manage to capture in more light. However, once you enable the night mode, the 9RT is definitely better and gives out more consistent results and has a good balance of highlights and any light elements along with illuminating the dark elements as well. Moving on to videos, well, take a look. Alright, so we're recording 1080p selfie footage from the OnePlus 9RT, which is on my left, and the OnePlus 10R, which is on my right side. Now, right off the bat, I must highlight that the footage on the OnePlus 10R seems to be a hell lot over sharpened. I mean, it's just something that I can immediately notice by looking at the display right now. I'm not sure if the final result will be any different, but yeah, that is what we can notice right now. As far as the overall picture quality is concerned, I think both the devices are doing a good job. One thing to highlight here is, I mean, at the time of recording, my t-shirt looks bluish, but then like a little bit grayish on the OnePlus 9RT, whereas the OnePlus 10R makes it appear blackish. In reality, it's neither of those. It's a grayish tone, but I would say that the 9RT is closer to what the actual tone is. Alright, so we're recording 1080p 60 FPS footage from the OnePlus 9RT, which is on my left, and the OnePlus 10R, which is on my right side. Now we can get an idea of the HDR performance here. I think the 9RT is doing a better job here. As for stability, interestingly, the 9RT had an option for turning on the ultra stable mode, whereas there's no such option of that on the 10R. And I mean, as you can see in the results, the 9RT definitely has a more stable footage. Panning the camera around, it looks pretty good on both. I mean, in terms of the color science and everything. But yeah, like I said, as you can see from this shot as well, the HDR performance is absolutely like much better on the 9RT. So in conclusion, as far as the camera department is concerned, the 9RT is clearly better. I mean, selfie photos are one area where the 10R is better, but that's about it. For everything else, the 9RT is definitely better. Lastly, we have the battery. The 9RT comes in a single 4500 mAh variant with 65 watts of fast charging. The OnePlus 10R comes in two different options. You can either go for a 5000 mAh battery with 80 watts of fast charging, or a 4500 mAh battery with that amazing 150 watts of super fast charging. Now, I'll just keep this short. Battery life and battery charging are both of the areas where the OnePlus 10R definitely wins. You get faster charging, and because the processor is not as power hungry as the Snapdragon 888 is, the 10R also gives you more or a longer battery life. I mean, realistically comparing, we have the 4500 mAh variants of both the devices, and the 10R definitely gives you an extra 1 hour of screen on time, which is quite a lot. Which brings us to the pricing. Now, the 9RT is priced at Rs 43,000 and 47,000 respectively for their two variants. As for the OnePlus 10R, the prices start at 37,000 and go all the way up to 44,000, but you can also get a 2,000 discount on ICICI credit cards. Nonetheless, let's be real. Which device should you buy? Okay, I am going to simplify things a little bit. First of all, at this point of time, I find it really hard to recommend a OnePlus device to practically anyone, because Xiaomi and Realme are offering excellent devices at excellent prices that are undercutting OnePlus like crazily. I mean, if you want a AAA device, the Realme GT2, the 888 version is available for 30,000. You can even go for the iQOO 9 SE or the Mi 11X. Yeah, the Mi 11X Pro. All of those three devices are amazing AAA devices that undercut the OnePlus 9RT by a significant margin, and honestly the experience is still great. And even if it's the software part that you're concerned about, Realme UI and Oxygen OS are technically the same. Add to that, Realme UI has a much better track record in terms of providing updates. In fact, they have already rolled out Realme UI 3.0 update for a majority of their older devices, while still on Android 11, like I said. On the other hand, the OnePlus 10R. Of course, a lot of people will say it's basically the GT Neo 3 for 2,000 rupees more in every variant, and that is true, no denying that. But there's no denying the fact that OnePlus remains a good brand name, and that is another reason why a lot of people would prefer the 9RT, right? So again, coming back to the main point, if you really want a OnePlus device and you have a budget of 44,000, I would personally say get the 9RT. It should hopefully get the Android 12 update someday, but for everything else, it's just far better. The OnePlus 10R does not really feel like a 44,000 priced rupee. Like, it does not justify its price tag to me enough for me to just recommend it to anyone. Like, okay, yeah, you should just spend 44,000 on a OnePlus 10R. No, I mean, you want to buy the 39,000 variant, which will cost you 37,000 after the 2,000 rupee discount. Still fine. I mean, obviously, I would still recommend going for the GT Neo 3, but nonetheless, the 37,000 base variant version of the OnePlus 10R still makes sense. 150 watts of fast charging is something that is a niche. Not even a niche, it's just something that you want to flash around, like, or even boast about. Oh my god, my phone charges at 150. Well, like, has 150 watts of fast charging, goes from 0 to 100 in 5 minutes. Goes from 0 to 50% in just 5 minutes. Sure, you want to flaunt it? Fine. If you want a more practical device, something that justifies its price tag, definitely looks good, feels good, performs good, and can live with those software glitches, the 9RT would be my pick out of the two. And well, that was it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Till then, this is Juan from GTR, and I'll see you in the next one.